fundamental part of my week is spending time doing absolutely nothing. I'm currently sitting in the grass I'm watching planes go by above. The flight path goes right above. And watching the sun set. And it's so fun. That's all. You have to practice being present. You have to practice these things in order to get good at them, in order to incorporate them into your daily life or into a rhythm in your life. You don't have to do them every day, and I don't say do them every day, and I don't know what's gonna make you feel present. These are just the things that I have tried, tested, and still choose to do. And they've made a significant impact in my life. Literally sitting in grass, doing nothing, thinking about nothing, other than I've counted 7 planes that have gone over my head. That's it. I'm like, oh, where are they going? Blah, blah, blah. Dumb stuff like that. But the ability to quiet your mind, the ability to just be and be present. And sure, I grabbed out my phone, but I still believe that I am fully present when I am recording, because I'm just recording my actual day-to-day stuff. This is what I do. And so vlogging and doing videos is a part of my day. That is me being present, and I found it actually a very useful tool when it comes to accomplishing goals. If I say I'm gonna do something and then I put a challenge to it, as far as a video challenge, I am so much more committed to the thing than I would be if it wasn't. And it's not a bad motivation. I don't believe we should judge our motivations. If your motivation is to prove it to yourself because you set parameters and that's the thing that gets you to do it, by all means do it. Because it's never what you get, it's who you become. And if we can put things in place to help us become a better version or whatever you're trying to accomplish, I believe that that is a good thing for you. So that's my 2 cents on it. But what do you all think? I don't know. Anyways, what are your favorite things to do to just chill? And I like to not work on Sunday, but I also know when is the appropriate time to work and when's not the time to work. And basically I'll stop working when the output of my time is just completely disproportionate to the work that's actually being done. And so I've kind of shifted as far as do I take meetings, do I take calls, do I take opportunities on Sunday in the last 2-3 weeks. This hasn't been an every time thing, but I have a podcast to go record at 9 and I'm so excited for it. The conversation's gonna be amazing, but I also still have work left to do today, so it does feel a little bit more of a work day than I can completely turn it off. But I also know how to get that back in different ways this week as far as my schedule. And so I think it's this learning the art of a rhythm, not necessarily hard and fast rules and things, because life changes and circumstances changes and motives change and everything is always changing. So to put things in place that are forever and then feel bad about it when you change it, I think one of the coolest things today that was said on the mastermind with my fitness group was judging that's what it was. It was placing this judgment upon our own choices and our own opinions and our desire to be fit and healthy and high functioning adults and high functioning humans, and we often place like this guilt on ourselves for wanting to go do our priorities because we now have changed our priorities. And it was this really cool conversation because there's so many individuals that operate at such a high level, but their surroundings maybe don't prioritize that, which isn't wrong. It's just a priority for the other individual. And so being able to talk to our friends who maybe don't have the same priorities and be like, hey, I'm prioritizing this in this season. I'm gonna go prioritize that. I love you, also I'm gonna go do this. And then not feeling bad about it, not judging our desire to go do the new thing, is such a powerful place to be. And like, this is a little bit of a different scenario this week, but by nature of what I do, conversations can get they can go past the borderline of business conversations and then get into personal conversations. And I'm like, and especially with somebody who's not like a close friend, I'm like, I'm not having this conversation with you. Like, I will literally state, I cannot go further in this conversation because that's not the conversation that I want to have. We're going to go back to strictly business conversation. And being able to put those boundaries in place in your conversations is something that I used to never. I would feel bad for stopping the conversation. Now I'm like, I literally don't want that conversation. I'm not engaging in this and I'm not having it. Next. And that's it. And I don't feel bad about it at all. And it actually keeps the relationship very centered on what the purpose of it was. And it's so helpful. Being clear is so loving. Being vague and being misleading and not being clear is not helpful to either part of the individual, either side of the parties. And those are things that I've learned over time, especially working with a lot of people in a lot of different age ranges, different genders, different conversations. Like, shit gets real fast. Also, boundaries. And so that's been a really cool thing that I've noticed, is like, I can separate both. And I used to not be able to have those hard and fast boundaries. I'm like, if you're my client, that's not this conversation. Next. That's it. But yeah, it might be a little, I might not put this in there, but I might. Anyways, I need to go get ready I need to go prep for this podcast episode, which one of my friends has gone from FedEx truck driver to very well off in crypto and completely changed his location, his environment, his friends, his entire life because of the skill set. And I'm just excited to have that conversation with him and get to interview him and really get to paint a picture for what's possible. He's done things that I haven't been able to do, and I've done things he hasn't been able to do. And so there's so many different lanes in which people can go about this space that is pretty freaking cool. So we're gonna crush that conversation. Excited to chat with you and excited to have that for you guys to go watch.